Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest IV with me, Get Daved. So, we're on chapter 3 and we have a little bit of... got a little bit of money to make. So what I'm going to do is actually spend some money. So we've got our buddy here, Hardy. Deal, 5 days for 400 gold. I'm doing this mainly to show you these people. You can definitely get by with just using Torneko, where we're about to go. And that's probably what I do most of the time. But, never hurts to have more help. Except for the financial pain. That's very real. But we've got him for 5 days now. And we can get this guy. Our buddy, who's Laurent in the NES version. Yeah. 600. Laurel's alright. The other one, Hardy, I may occasionally accidentally call Strom. Joins Torneko for 120 bucks a day. Which is... I suppose if we adjust for inflation back in 1984, or 1989 or whatever this game came out, that's worth the fight to the death. 1989, way later than that. Anyway, I'm going to actually make a brief detour path to this cave as well, because this is really what we have to do. That's a good dream. Let me steal it. Whew. Sure. So we need 60,000 for our shop, and we need 35,000 for our shop and 60,000 for this guy. Now I think you can actually complete the chapter. Well, you know what? I'm going to stop talking about that. We'll get there when we get there. There's definitely a good and relatively easy way to beat the chapter, and that's the way I recommend, and that's the way I'm going to show you. Alright, there's a raft here, but don't worry about that quite yet. There's also lots of enemies. They're not really that dangerous to Torneko now that he's got a ton of armor. But I mean, they help. They are extra characters, and they do not level up, nor do they get experience points. Experience points aren't divvied amongst party members, though. Okay, this entire area is flooded, so we can't get at anything right now. But you'll note there's stairs going to meaningful places. So if we did somehow lower the water level, we could use stairs to access the various parts of that floor. All of these enemies should be familiar. You can see we are having a hard time hurting Torneko. You can still get whittled down, one hit point at a time, though. Also, they're very rare, but you might find the occasional metal slime in here. And now we're on this floor, which does not appear to have enough water. No, no. We're getting good experience. The fights are going faster. I for distance tells you how to get to the nearest town. Alright, now it's treasure looting time. We are going to open some, but there's a couple big ones that we're not going to open. Don't ask questions, just do it. Do it. You can access this cave in Chapter 5, and my Nintendo Power magazine, way back in the day, recommended you leave all the treasures in here. I can't say I agree with that, but you should leave a couple. Literally 2 of them. Steel broadsword. Hello. That's worth 2,000 coins. Alright. And finally, a switch. Which, since we're familiar with video games, we know to press without question. For the record, Laurel just burns through his, yeah, it's a him, his MP with just reckless abandon, which is kind of annoying, because, you know, you could get a lot more mileage if he used, you know, saved it and stuff, but whatever. We got him on the cheap. Alright, so the water's drained to the floor below. So we'll be able to zip around on our raft. Scale shield, I'll take it. Another Chimera Wing, not very excited about that one. Nothing to see there. Just some human remains. Lousy experience and money from those guys. That would also be useful in the final chapter, but yeah. Torneko can't even use the Holy Lance. Oh, I know to kill you first. No, guys, seriously, he has sap. Apparently Laurel has too many MP. Too many members of parliament. Alright, we take these steers here. We're on our way back to the exit. We take these bad boys back to our raft, which has floated up quite nicely. Can't go up the waterfall. Now the good news is the enemies are dropping things like steel broadswords, which is good. That's exactly what we want. Torneko can't use it, but it's got financial value. And I haven't really explained much here, but there's an item in here. It's a statuette of the goddess. It's worth a lot of money. Also, it's worth noting, nice, in the NES version of this game, the layout was quite different of this cave. You can't have my raft. It'll cost you treasure. Alright, those other two treasures on this floor we're going to leave. One contains a steel broadsword, the other contains... Hello! Cross my heart, hope to die. Excellent. More of that. God, dang it. Look at me resisting the urge to use state saves. It's not that big. Well, no. Metal slimes are always awesome. Having two run away sucks. But, what we really need is money, not so much the experience points. If you can finish the chapter on level 10, I view that as pretty good. Wow. More steel broadswords. So, just to check the inventory here. We've got 3 of those. So, the Holy Lance is worth $12.50. We've got a little bit of stuff worth money. Our goal is to get to 10,000 off of just our property. So we're sitting at about 7,000. I might do just a little bit of grinding in this cave, trying to get a little bit more money, or items. I don't really care. Maybe kill some metal slimes. So I'm just going to zip around down here for a bit. It shouldn't take too long. Hello everybody and welcome back. So what happened is I ran into 3 metal slimes. I successfully killed one. And more importantly, I got another steel broadsword drop, so that's nice. Laurel's also on the brink of death. He used all of his MP in about 2 fights. I gave everybody one last heal from him as well once I saw that it was going to be gone pretty quickly. Alright, now that we have our cash monies, or I guess broadswords that we can turn into cash monies. Oh, these guys. Yay. Good work, team! This is the stuff party wipes are made of. There we go. Party wipe sounds like something that Febreze manufactures. Clean up your couch. Alright. Decent money considering the caliber of the opponent. Alright, I guess we should probably stay at the inn unless we... yeah. We unfortunately need shops to be open, so... hope I don't regret spending that money. Alright, first things first, we got that silver goddess statue. Oh, and by the way, this chapter used to be a lot harder to do in the NES version, because Torneko, you could only have 8 items and there was no bag. So you had to do multiple trips to that, get down to the pub. Can't wait to hit the ball, or wait to hit the bottle. Remember the wealthy people? We talked to them in chapter 2. Ha 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 ha. Alright, so they've got a lot of money and they don't know what to do with it, but they're not gonna run out. Yeah, it's the silver goddess statue. Dang, thought I'd try getting more money out of them. Well, you can have 25,000. Alright, so that made getting 35,000 a lot more doable. In that it is now doable. Oh no. I don't want to be a Casanova. Alright. We can go to any shop to sell weapons, of course, but... alright, to the bag. Also, temporary characters don't have inventories as well. Money, 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 money. And we're just going to gradually sell off our stock. I'm going to hold on to the last one. Oh no, I've got 2 more. I'm still going to make a very slight detour. I know we're very close to 34,600, but I'm going to try getting that last little bit of money slightly more efficiently, because you want to have at least 1 item left in your inventory. So yeah, just so you know, the bit off camera, I ground until I got 1 more steel broadsword, and people were about to die. That was sort of the benchmark I used. Alright, over thither we're going to pawn off some armor at hugely inflated prices. Yep. You can have my chainmail. If that's above market value, I'll take it. Now, actually... yeah, I guess I will sell everything else. Yeah, that's fantastic markup. Nope. I'm just gonna do a couple like this, because we can probably make... ah, fine, I don't care. Screw it, I'm done dealing with these guys. We can make a guaranteed 50% markup coming just down the road. And we can make it on weapons, too. So that's going to be the most efficient way to make money, at least by my eye. Alright, we got the 35 grand. And we've got the steel strongbox, so if we get wiped out, we'll still have 35 grand. You bet. Come on down, kids. You got it. Yeah, things went well for you. Now we do. Yes, and now my wife has the dead-end job behind the counter. Alright, you sell those copper swords, honey. Now we're gonna briefly run to the king. Because he has a problem. Yep. Oh. Alright, here. What am I talking about? Alright, here's where we're at. They need 6 steel broadswords, so those are worth 12,000. No, no, no! Well, that would be an accident. We get 60,000 coins if we do this. I was going to use that steel broadsword to make many steel broadswords, but it's alright. There's other ways of going about our business. How much money do we have? 263. Not much. Gonna make my fortune on scale shields. Alright, now this part gets a little grindish, but it is the fastest. So how it works is, you give her the merchandise to sell, and she will sell it at a 50% markup. So, we're gonna get rid of this stuff. And thanks to geometric progression, this will turn into a lot of money quickly, and we'll be able to buy more expensive things. You could also keep killing enemies and just trying to get good drops. That's a legitimate strategy. Yep. Take the abacus. It'll be worth it. Take the iron apron. No, that's where I draw the line. No, I don't really care. So here's how it works. Now we need to get more stock, but she sells that material over the course of time in game days. So, I'm just going to spend some evenings at the inn. I'm going to spend all of my money sleeping at the inn. And we are going to lose our party members from that, but we don't really need them anymore. If I were going to do the cave strategy, you know, going in there, taking out enemies, trying to get good drops, I would need them, because I sold all of Torneko's gear. Alright. That was a good chunk of time. I think we have one more day with our comrades as well. Yeah, sure. 6,232. Okay, honey, I brought you Chimera Wing. Put it up for sale. Nope. Alright, so she sold most of the expensive stuff. With that, we can repurchase our gear. I was trying to mention earlier, we need 12,000 for the broadswords. I guess just 10,000 now. And then another 7,200 for the excuse me, for this iron armor. By the way, if you use this, it can make some enemies just sort of disappear. Torneko needs his gear back. That's priority 1. Also, you can bulk purchase, which is what I should be doing. Redundant clicks. Okay. So we've got 2 iron armors, or iron aprons. We can sell that and then turn it into 3 iron aprons. We don't actually need to do this too many times to get us where we need to be. Because conveniently... Yep. Because quite frankly, we don't need that much money anymore. No, that's okay. I know what's in stock. Heading back to the inn. I'm doing this one on camera just so you can see that my friend's ditching me. I think it'll happen if we set foot outside. Some good attempted poetry. Alright, off camera, I'm going to do just a couple grind cycles, and I will be right back. Actually, I did just think of something. First off, staying at the inn is only costing me 6 gold coins a night. The other thing is, you can stay for free at Torneko's house, but the cost of 6 coins per night is not that high. There we go. We sold all of our stock. That's the only possible explanation. But it is faster, and the cost is virtually nothing to do the inn, so that's why I head to the inn. Alright, I'm going to continue with this nonsense, and be right back. Hello everybody, and welcome back. So, we sold the stock. Oh, we still have 1 Astria's Abacus left. Okay, the important thing you need to know is, we were talking earlier about the value of things. 6 steel broadswords, of which I have delivered 1 already, are worth 12,000. 6 suits of iron armor are worth 7,200, for a total of 19,200. Incidentally, Astria's Abacuses sell for 2,400 at your shop, and 8 times 2,400 is also 19,200. That was a lot of numbers, but here's the short of it. If you can sell 8 Astria's Abaci from your shop, that is the exact amount of money you need to make. Assuming that you haven't provided any others. After that, I just walk to Ballymoral to pick up the broadswords. They don't sell armor here, unfortunately. And also, they don't sell broadswords at Endor. But that's okay, we have them already. We're making commerce happen. And Torneko is now more than powerful enough to take care of everyone. Steel broadsword. That one's just money. Money in the bank. You don't need to worry about those jerks taking more of your cash. I'm gonna buy my 6 suits of iron armor. Put it in the bag. And there was still 1 Astria's Abacus for sale, so I'm gonna just cycle through this a couple more times, nice and cheap, to give Tessie a chance to sell it. Because it would be nice to carry a little bit more money out of this chapter. I've mentioned in previous videos, you don't carry money forward into future chapters. And we finished chapter 1 and 2 essentially bankrupt, and that's how I want to finish chapter 3 as well. But they do carry inventory, so if you can... Yeah, if you say no, she won't give you money. There we go. She actually made a little bit more than she should have. That's nice. You got it. Just because you gotta do some family time. Torneko spends a lot of time away from home. Oh, sorry, honey. That's how feelings get hurt. Alright. Had some quality father-son time, and now, out the door. It's worth noting that the people at the castle will not take more property from you than they should. Yep. Now, if you're really crazy, with 60,000, you could buy a lot of Astria Zabakai and cascade that into 90,000 coins using one cycle. And then you'd have lots of money. And you could keep doing that. It's compound interest, with each compounding period being every time you stock your shop, if you do the bulk stocking method I have just shown. If you really want to invest a lot of time getting a ton of money, or I should say, a ton of inventory you can carry forward into Chapter 5, you know, if that's something you're into, now's a good time. I can vouch that Mrs. GetDaved, who's played through this game twice on the DS version, she did that one time. And had a crap ton of money in Chapter 5. I think she just did one cycle of that, and was loaded, and never had money problems again. Anyway, with all of our money, I'm going to do, for old time's sake, we'll be a little short. That's okay. Toss them in Torneko's inventory. Nope. That way, when we get Torneko, we'll have all of his stuff. Technically, I'm a little bit below 60,000 now. Hilariously so. I'll get in one fight and fix that. Then we'll visit Old Man. Although I'd like to think that he could foot the remaining 50 bucks. And yeah, I could have sold something little. I'll get in 2 little fights. We're so close to the end of this chapter, I want to finish it off in this video. Okay, another fight like that and we'll be set. Should have attacked me when you had the chance, Mole. Any enemy in the game will drop a sufficient amount of money. Any enemy. Oh, this gives me a good opportunity, actually. Off camera, Torneko learned another 0 MP spell called Nose for Treasure. See, it made sense, the mistake I just made. Hello! I'll take it. So, that just... I think I mentioned it before, but that tells you how many treasures are on a floor. It's very good for item sweeping. That sounds awesome. Yep. Alright, so if we just leave and come back, the end of the chapter gets a little awkward. Maybe I just don't understand the triggers properly, but... yeah, need to go visit Tessie. Haha. Ah, the casino's open. Time to gamble away the shop. Son, I know I said you could inherit my item or my weapon shop, but after I lost your college fund, I had to bet something. Ha! Alright, go to the casino and gamble. Tipper's still happy. Went out the back door. Torneko's a rich man. His house has 2 floors and 2 doors. Alright, with our 26 gold... Hey, they're a little on the expensive side. They were very cheap in Chapter 2, though. More importantly, we've already checked out the casino in a previous video, and Ragnar's not here anymore. He's moved on. So, casino checked out. I think now you go visit Tessie again. Yep. Well, it's good you're into that, because otherwise this would be a very difficult relationship. Alright. And with that, through the tunnel. Now you'll notice that all of the game thus far, I'll just show you the overworld map, it's taken place mainly in the northwest, and will mostly continue to do so. There's a whole wide world, and this opens up all of it now. You got it, man. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Economic stimulus. I feel like I should have the Reagan quote in this one. Something useful over east, hey? Well, Torneko's all about it. And that was Chapter 3, everybody. I enjoy it quite a bit. It's very unique. And the good news is, Chapter 4, I've mentioned this a couple times, is my favorite, and it's coming up next. So I'll see you in the next video, everybody. I'm very excited.